Yes, Uta will take over. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed panelists, distinguished guests, a very good morning to all of you also from my side. And welcome to the first session of today's conference on maritime HR challenges in a world of changes. We are not alone. Yes, other industries are also engaged in a fierce competition for talent. To look at their perspectives, is this a useful approach? Some of us may argue that the shipping industry is unique, battling with its own set of challenges that set it apart from other industries. I'm wondering, could it be that this viewpoint serves as an excuse for falling behind the times? Shouldn't we instead embrace the idea that the future of maritime HR can and should mirror the practices of HR in every other industry, and take it as a valuable opportunity to learn from their experiences and implement effective strategies? In my opinion, we have made significant progress thus far, but it is crucial that we strive for future improvement in order to achieve success and attract the most talented individuals, both newcomers and those who are already working in our industry. Moreover, it is essential to ensure that they are adequately equipped to tackle future challenges with great preparedness. So thank you very much for joining us, and let's begin. In the first presentation, Elias Stavropoulos, IBM Technology Partner Architect, will focus on how technology can assist to boost productivity for HR and beyond. Elia, the stage is yours.
Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, organizers, sponsors. First of all, let me thank you for having me here, and allow me to share IBM's point of view in how we help companies to automate using technology, software, and AI, and how this, of course, can help you, shipping companies, in your crewing and HR processes. Well, technology and business automation in general is not something new. It's something we have been seeing that and doing business with that in the past few years. But now we see the fruits of this work. We see studies that researchers like Gartner have done, and we see that companies are starting to reach their goals and actually starting to reduce operating costs, increase revenue, etc. So we have two quotes for Gartner. Both of them, I believe, are important for the rest of the conversation we're going to have. So it seems that organizations are doing well, and they plan that by 2024, they will reduce operational costs by 30%. And they will do that by utilizing hyper-automation, which means technology that includes robotic process automation, AI, and other, as well as, and this is very important, redesigning their operational processes. And we have gone a long way by doing digital transformation projects, and what we have seen is actually that we now have, and the companies have, the right kind of data, that it seems that C-level executives now believe that and this is more than 80% of them, they believe that they can actually automate all business decisions in the organization. And this is something that, to me, it's unbelievable that we have achieved. It's a big leap that we reached to this point, and let's see how we got there. So it all started back in 2017, 2018, where the digital transformation term came in our lives, and companies actually realized that in order to grow in revenue, in profit, in order to satisfy their employees and customers, what they had to do is actually digitize. For example, eliminating paper, moving to digital documents, perhaps also doing some data extraction from those documents, storing them in places, in data repositories, and start to automate their processes, going away from the manual work and start using, for example, process management systems to assign tasks to specific personnel and specific users. Now, as we progress, we also saw that there were some gaps in the automation of the processes. And although the goal was to end-to-end automate those processes, in some cases there were, let's say, matters that knowledgeable workers and human intelligence actually had to intervene in order to fulfill end-to-end this process. And this is where technology vendors as us, as well as C-level executives in the companies, realized that they had to go beyond digital transformation. They had to bring hyper-automation in the game that will allow, with artificial intelligence as well as robotic process automation, to fill the gaps and start automating end-to-end processes that without such technologies was not going to be possible. And this brings us to 2023, which we'll get there in a minute. Before going there, what I would like to present you is how IBM helped companies worldwide to achieve their digital transformation goals and beyond. So we started with what we call core automation components that allow us, for example, to help you eliminate paper. So with document processing, we're starting automatically classifying documents, extracting data from those documents, and documents that could be either structured, for example, application forms, or unstructured, talking about medical records, talking about contracts, invoices, and stuff. And once we have digital documents as well as metadata, well, we needed a repository to store them securely. So we have content services, and there we can store content. We can also secure it based on your needs, so only authorized personnel will have the right kind of access to those, and help you look for it using a data model and assign the properties to each document separately. Beyond that, we gave you the capability, we gave the employees the capability to start creating documents, collaborating in a collaborative way, using your own productivity tools, but in the same time giving access to this content from everywhere, from the desktop at the office or at the tablet or mobile when they're on the go. And we gave them also the ability to share this content internally, but also with your external partners, because they're part of your work too. So all of that securely. And it's no secret that 90% of the content in the company is part of a process. So we have the workflow mechanism for you to create your own processes, either they're structured again or unstructured, so either they are strict human-based processes, or there are cases where the knowledgeable workers know who to engage based on the needs. And when we're talking to processes, also we need to make a few decisions, and decisions usually are not simple and just a yes or no. They need to account for different variables within a process, and we have the decision management tool where business users, again, they have the power using natural language to create their own rules. And with this kind of tool set, we actually help companies do the digital transformation. And it was the base for the next step for hyper-automation, where we brought in the second group of our technology, process mining, for example. It is a struggle, when you're starting a conversation to digitize a process in order to define this process. So what we did, we actually have the technology to connect to your own business systems, collect data, curate them, and then ingest in a process mining tool, run AI algorithms, and starting analyzing the outcome and reach easily and fast to a process model, to a process diagram, where you can then deploy to a workflow and BPM tool and start working them digitally. And once you do that, we can also get more data from that. And there we can start optimizing the process, analyze and understand where bottlenecks occur, and find ways to resolve those. But also, what we do is analyze patterns and see where we can automate human tasks that, for example, an RPA can do. And what that means is that we use a robotic process automation software, which, for you that are not familiar with it, it actually is a tool that mimics human interactions to a computer. So in essence, imagine you have a spreadsheet with 1,000 lines. We will teach the robot to do the work for you, to ingest data from the spreadsheet to your business system, wherever it is, SuccessFactors, ERP, or whatever. So you have the time now to do more valuable work. And the last part in this group is operational intelligence, which is actually a data repository that collects events and business data from all the other components and provides you the capabilities first to have self-service reports. But maybe this is not that important because you already have BI tools in your organization. It can provide secure access to data analysts, so you can analyze the data and they come up with their own way to optimize processes using your specific machine learning algorithms developed by those data. And the third and foremost is that the systems themselves, they leverage those data in order to optimize the productivity by using them. And I'll give you an example of that. Imagine Uta and I, we are actually part of the same team, and we're working in a process A and process B. And we're receiving everyday tasks for those processes. If for some reason I execute the tasks for process A faster than Uta, and vice versa, Uta executes those tasks faster than me for process B, then the system will understand this pattern and will start prioritizing tasks for process A in my basket and tasks for process B in Uta's basket. And this way we just, fulfill the work faster. We increase productivity. And let's talk about now. Let's talk about why today is significant and what is the next leap in technology, because it is indeed the next leap. So now that we have done all this work with digital transformation and hyper-automation, technology has advanced even more, and now we have new AI algorithms that we can actually put at work and talk about digital labor and digital workers. Now, this may sound confusing, and I'll quote Mr. Hadjipetru at the beginning of his speech. He says that any technology used, the success criteria will be how easy it is for users to utilize that tool. So now that we have the new technology and we are putting actually AI first and then any other business automation tool, we can start interacting different with technology. So instead of learning how to use tools, which for some people may be cumbersome, we change the way we work. We start writing down what the tool needs to do for us. So imagine a scenario that I want to have a new job opening. You are HR people here. So I will tell the tool, hey TJ, let's call it TJ, hey TJ, please create a new job opening for me. And these are the job criteria, the skills I need. So this is a real example, actually. So I will write down with natural language to the digital assistant what it needs to do for me, open a new job opening, list the skills that I want him to have, and then the tool will generate the job description and ask the permission to publish it online to LinkedIn, for example. Exciting? So the next step we're going to have is reach out to all your agencies and all the sources that he can collect resumes. Bring them in and start analyzing based on the skills you need. So instead of you analyzing 1,000 resumes, he does the job for you. So he gets back, let's say, with 10 top candidates and asks for your permission to send out invitations. Cool? So you do the interviews, you pick your candidate, the right people for you, and you want to hire them. And he continues to send out the welcome packets, onboarding packets, as well as requests for them to send in documents that you need for compliance purposes, IDs, medical records, whatever you need. And he stores securely the data, extract also metadata if you need from those, and there you go. So you tell me how much time it saved from you. We believe it's a cool technology. It starts now. We have all the technology we need to achieve this. And we actually have recorded benefits out of all the technology that we talked today. So there are studies that from Forrester, I believe it's this one, that our technology has boosted productivity by 80%. And there are also business results, financial results that shows that almost 400% return of investment over a period of 3 years. And to add on top, it's a technology that you don't replace anything, that we respect your investment. So if you have tools that some of the capabilities I just explained, fair enough, we can start utilize those and fill the gaps with our technology only. So you get what you need and you deploy it where you need it, on-premise, on SaaS, wherever you want. And to be honest, it's not just us saying good words about us. Almost all researchers, they name IBM a leader in the market for automation with AI. And with that, I would like to thank you all. Here are my details. If you want to reach me out, any questions, feel free. Thank you very much.